Hello everyone, I am Agni James, and guess what? I am currently blurry. And now I am no longer blurry. How amazing is that? How amazing is technology? Hello, welcome to my stream. I am Agni James, and I primarily stream guided meditations here on Twitch. I also am a chess instructor IRL, so I do chess streams on here, and then I have a master's in philosophy, so we do philosophy streams. So yeah, how's everyone doing tonight? Real quick, Christine the Bean, thank you so much for the subscription. 19 months in a row. That's intense. That is intense, Christine. You are one of the longest current subscribers. That's pretty cool. You were there from pretty much the beginning. That's awesome. Well, anyways, thank you so much for the subscription. How are you doing tonight? I hope you're well. I hope you're being taken care of. I hope you're feeling okay and good, and I hope you're having a good time with your nieces and nephews. I hope everything's going well with you. Let's see who else is here. Ignorant. Hey, what's going on, man? What is going on with you? How have you been? How have you been, Ignorant? Okay, let's. And JT Farms. JT Farms. All right, let's see. JT. You said. Ignorant asked, "Hey Agni, why be your only mod today?" Okay, and JT's like, "Yeah, no Ignorant, but you'll be the best of us." Team stream, yeah, right. You two got to work together, right? You got to work together to keep out all the riffraff, right? That's just how it goes. That's how it goes. All right, so let's see, where else are we in chat? Anyways, today was kind of interesting. I have a student he's a 15-year-old autistic student, and I've been teaching him chess, private lessons for the last 5 years. And he's been playing in tournaments now that he's a freshman in high school. So I went and visited one of his tournaments today. I checked out one of the tournaments he was playing, and he was doing really good when I was there. He was 2-1 so far. So he was playing older guys, and he was playing really, really solid chess though. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, it's good to see you all around. It's good to see you all here. Yeah. And what else did I do? Oh, one other interesting thing is there was a student that I hadn't seen in a long time. All right. This is a student that I taught when he was a 6th grader. And he was actually representing the first board of my former high school. So as a freshman, which is pretty amazing. He was the top player today for my old high school team. So that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool seeing one of your former students. He was good. He was solid. He was a really good attacking player, and he played all the day and had the passion for the game. All right. Yeah. Christine the Bean. Okay, you're focusing on self-care. That is so important. It's so crucial. I think a lot of neglect that part of our existences, right? A lot of us don't put enough time and energy into self-care, and yet self-care is like one of the most important things you could do. It truly is. I'm a firm believer in that. So I'm glad that you're taking care of yourself today and just taking a day to yourself, to whether it's doing meditation or just taking a bath or just doing something relaxing. I mean, that's super important. Let's see. You said you've been neglecting it lately. Well, if you've been neglecting it, then it's great that you're getting in today. It's great that you're getting in today to put a little more time and energy into it, right? All right. I'm going to give the viewers a choice. Should we do chess first, or should we just jump straight to the meditation? So I'm going to create a poll, and we'll see. This is a democracy, sort of. So let's do this. Meditation first. And I might not even do chess, depending. All right, let's see what everyone says. All right, we will see. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited about this. We'll see what everyone has to say. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. So I did that, and then I got to go and visit a friend in out where she lives. A friend who was having a rough day today, and got to spend some time with her, so that was pretty cool. Let's see. Christine, you say this stream is definitely a wonderful part of your self-care. Very timely. Well, good. Awesome. All right. I that's the purpose of the stream, right? I try to make it that way. I try to make it such that people can come in here and they can do something that's very beneficial for themselves, right? Meditation, right? They want to, they can come in here just casually, off the street. They've been wandering for years, and then they just casually come into the stream and they meditate with all of us. So, hey, we got Evelyn Yoga. Yes, this is totally late for me. It's 12:19 a.m. my time. How are you doing? Evelyn is a streamer here on Twitch. We actually participated. She did the first dual stream with me here. She co-streamed with me, and I gave her a chess lesson the other day. It was awesome. It went really well, and everyone was digging it. Well, by the way, Evelyn, I've been getting good feedback about that stream. Now other people are like, "Hey, will you do that with me?" So I might start doing this like on a regular basis with people. So, thank you for pioneering that. That was pretty cool. What am I doing up? Well, I had a fucked up day, to be honest. I was chilling. I was up. I was, doing my thing during the day, and I got like super tired around like 6 p.m., 7 p.m., something like that. Just got really tired, and then all of a sudden, so I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna lay down. And then I laid down, and the next thing you know, I woke up like 3 hours later, or 3.5 hours later. So then I was like, all right, well, now I'm staying up for a while. We'll see how this goes. My whole sleep schedule is completely messed up now, but yeah, that's how it is. Okay, let's see. The poll just ended. 100% of the people here voted meditation first. So now we're going to slow things down. And go to the place of peace, joy, and oneness residing in our hearts. So take a slow, deep inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. And a slow, deep exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that rings every 2 seconds. And you can use it to help regulate your breath count. So take a few more slow, deep breaths on your own while reflecting on this amazing community we have with all these wonderful people that came in here, all my friends that came in here to hang out and chat and to meditate with me. I appreciate you all so much, and I'm just grateful that I have this opportunity to share something so beneficial with the world. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, slowly raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, slowly lowering your abdomen. Focus on your breath. Inhale, raising your belly. Exhale, lowering your belly. Breathe in, raising your abdomen. Breathe out, lowering your abdomen. Keep your attention on your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. Visualize yourself sitting on the tallest mountain peak. Watching the clouds float through the sky beneath you. Two clouds float together and merge into one. one cloud stretches apart, dividing into two. These clouds float through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. These clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being, existing for a while in conscious awareness, before disappearing from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. Your breath calms your body, and your body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon, and return your awareness to your breathing. essence is love. Your love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening in them the memory of their own eternal light. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity is glowing radiantly as one once again. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Keep your awareness on your breathing. When thoughts arise in your mind, picture them as clouds floating through the sky before disappearing over the horizon. And bring your attention back to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Give yourself permission to experience the love flowing there. For you are worthy of that love. Experience the sensation of the heat which surrounds this love. Feel the joy residing in this location. Experience the peace which accompanies this joy. Travel deep into your heart chakra. Noticing any sensations that may exist there. Any energies and vibrations. In this place, you remember your eternal nature. In this place of perfect monism, all is one. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that does not serve you well. Keep your attention on your breath counts. When thoughts do arise, visualize them as clouds moving through the sky before disappearing from your mind. And return your focus to your breathing. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of consciousness. Go all the way down to your center point. The place inside you where all is one. The location where your essence flows the strongest. Feel the joy resonating here. For fear cannot enter this location. For in this place, you are eternally filled with love. And that which is eternally filled with love can never contain anything else. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all existential angst from your being. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear from your mind. Gently open your eyes, returning to the present moment, bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you all so much for sharing the sacred space with me. I am truly honored and humbled to be here with you as your meditation guide. I hope you each got something out of this meditation, whether it be peace, love, or relaxation. And I hope you're able to take it with you into the external world and share it with those whom you encounter. Thank you once again. Oh, wow, Subi Blue. Hey, brother. Good to see you, man. How have you been? I've been thinking about you, man. It's good to see you. How's everything been going with you? What's been new in your world these days? How are you and Munhanu doing? And thank you for the follow, Flax16. Much appreciated. I totally appreciate that. And welcome in. My name is Agni James, and I primarily stream guided meditations here on Twitch. I have a master's in philosophy, so I also do philosophy streams, and I am a chess instructor, IRL, so I do chess streams. So those are the three main areas that we do, and that's what we do here. But yeah, Subi, it's great to see you. It's great to see you. Yeah. It's been a while. It's always cool when you don't see someone for a while and then they pop in and you're like, whoa, hey, I wonder how that person has been, I wonder how that person, getting ready to move 3 generations into one property. Wow, been crazy busy. Yeah, I can imagine. That's got to be intense. That's a lot. That's gonna be super busy. That's really intense. But it's good though. It's good. It's good. I've always felt that it's good when the little ones know the older ones. You gotta keep the family in good connection. And that's pretty cool. You say you don't want to move again. Yeah. No. Moving is always a pain. It's always one of those things where you just get through it, and you box everything up, you buy all the boxes, you do all the work. I once had so I used to be pretty damn OCD, right? I once had this interesting idea where I decided to clean every single surface of every single possession I owned before I moved, because I was moving into a place that had just been cleaned perfectly, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take nothing but clean items into this clean abode. So I spent I don't know, I think it was 48 hours. And I'm talking you have an action figure, getting in there with a Q-tip and cleaning every single little surface of it, dusting it and cleaning it perfectly. So I cleaned every surface of every single object I owned in a couple days, and then I boxed everything up and brought it over to my new place so I would have a perfectly clean place. It was intense. It was a lot of work, let me tell you. My fingertips were sore from using a Q-tip around all these little ridges and everything. Let's see. Flax, you say I'm nice. I love some guided breathing meditations. You primarily do. Oh, you do Wim Hof and cold exposure. You'll have to tune in again. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Wim Hof. Here, let me I have some pictures. I can show you. Give me 1 second. I will bring up some cool stuff. I've done Wim Hof breathing, and he's actually taught me quite a bit, actually. So let's see where I put these. Give me 1 second here. Oh yeah, under Wim Hof Iceman. I guess that's pretty good. All right. So let's get this on the screen so you can actually see what I'm talking about. It's pretty funny, but yeah, give me 1 second. Oh man. Okay, all right. So there is this picture of me. Now, a few years ago in Chicago, we had what was called a polar vortex. And this is me outside during the polar vortex. Everyone's like, no, if you go outside during the polar vortex, you'll immediately freeze and die, basically. And I was like, no, not with Wim Hof breathing, not with a mind over matter, right? So I went out there and just hung out, for a while on my balcony, just felt pretty good. And then I decided I needed to one up that. So where is it? There we go. Let's get this going. Yeah, you should all be able to see that. Yeah, so I decided that, yeah, it was time for me to shovel my friend's driveway just in boxers. So I went outside and I shoveled me and another buddy shoveled my friend, and he's got a big driveway. Look at that. It wraps. It's one of those circular driveways that actually wraps all the way around, right? So it's not just this front area. This wrapped all the way around, and we, in barefoot and everything, just decided that we were going to shovel the entire driveway in whatever 0-degree weather. And we did it because it was mind over matter. The only part of me that was really fucking cold for the most part were my toes. My toes got cold, but that's just one of those things, And then, you go in and you warm them up. And of course, I'm not going to be out there long enough to get frostbite, but we just hustled and shoveled the driveway, and then, that was it. So yeah, Flex, you say, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it was fun. It was a cool experience, right? It's a pretty atypical experience, but I'm glad we did it. And then, yeah, here's me and my buddy Casey, just hanging out there, enjoying the snow. Great picks. Breathing helps so much. It does so much, and it also helps like the mental game, because you kind of got to psych yourself. You psych yourself up a little bit, but you also calm yourself down with the breathing. It's like an interesting thing, right? With mind over matter, you can do stuff like that. You can like, I've had headaches that I've been able to will away through mind over matter, right? Through just observing the pain, as opposed to not allowing the pain cause me to suffer, right? Because that's a big thing. A lot of people conflate pain and suffering, and that's something that they should. Those are two disparate concepts: pain and suffering. Just because you're feeling pain doesn't mean you have to be suffering necessarily, right? So yeah, I've had some headaches where I've been able to say, you know what, I choose not to be cold. I choose not to have a headache anymore, and then it just disappears after a while. Or like, I choose not to be cold, and then I'm no longer cold. We can do that. Human beings are a lot more powerful than we believe we are a lot of times, right? Western marketing, Western society has tried to make us feel like we're not that powerful, that we're not that strong. But we are strong beings, and we can do a lot. We can do a lot of cool stuff in this world. Okay, let's see. Subi, you said let's see, getting oh yeah. You don't want to move again. That's right. Yeah. All right. And Christine the Bean, you say, thanks for the reminder, Agni. Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for being here, and thanks again for the subscription, Christine. It's important to remember that. We forget about that. Sometimes, it'll be cold out, and we're like, we wrap ourselves up in a blanket, and we just sit down and we watch Netflix. And whenever I start getting too comfy, and this is good advice. This is good advice. Whenever you start getting too comfy or too cozy, what I do is then I go and I'm like, all right, I can't do this. I'm not going to just sit here under a blanket, enjoying this heat. So then I'll purposely go off into the cold, and I'll go off into the cold and have that exposure and kind of wake myself up and feel alive. I'm not the kind of guy that's just gonna melt into the couch and just like stay there and then deteriorate into nothing. I want to go out there and fight. I want to go out there and go out into the elements and experience that. Right? I want to experience it. I don't want to just, allow myself to sink into it. And we can do it. We have that capacity. And then the cool thing is, then once we come back into the warmth from the cold, it feels so good. If you just stay in the warmth, for a long time, you get diminishing returns. It's like, oh, I'm so cozy, laying on the couch watching Netflix. At first, it's great, right? But then, over the course of a long time, it's like, you've been sitting here 3 hours watching Netflix. Your back's starting to hurt. You're feeling a little weird. You've been sitting here 6 hours watching Netflix. You're warm. It's like, whatever, right? But it's like, if you're here and you check out something and you're warm and feeling good, and then you go out into the cold and you go down first, and it's intense and you have to prepare yourself, but then you start feeling it and embracing it, and then you feel that good energy. Like for instance, I went for a walk today, and it was pretty damn cold where I walked. It was, I think, like, I don't know, 26 degrees, which is Fahrenheit, which is pretty cold, right? And there was this big snowy hill, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna run up this fucking thing. So I ran up this big snowy hill. It was just gigantic hill, right? And then I got to the top and I was like, I decided to run down, and then I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to run up it again. And, and I ran up it again, and it felt good and invigorating. My blood was pumping, and I felt strong and solid. And that's how we should feel. That's our capacity. We shouldn't just feel like we're weak creatures. Now, obviously, if we're like sick or like 90 years old and stuff like that, we're not going to have the strength and energy as we do when we're younger and whatnot and healthy. But just remember, don't let anyone ever tell you that you're weak. You're a lot stronger than you think you are. Okay. Where are we at in chat? Flax, you say, I love that. Great vibes here. Totally agree. Well, hey, welcome into the community. And we have a great community of people. Everyone here is just a wonderful human being. We got a lot of meditators, a lot of philosophers, a lot of people that are into fitness and health, a lot of people that are into Qigong and yoga as well. And we have all chess players too. A lot of chess players come through here because I'm a chess instructor IRL. So it's just like a nice place to hang, and grateful to have you here, and thanks again for the follow. Subi Blue, you say the brain is a terrible thing to waste. It totally is, right? It totally is. We gotta use our brains, right? A lot of times we forget that. It's like we just zone out on whatever, on Hulu or Netflix or something, and next thing you know, we're not reading anything. I'm reading. I have 2 books right now that I'm reading. I'm going through this beautiful philosophy of science book, and by the way, I like that I have the Dalai Lama just chilling at the top of it, right? I've been reading this article. It's called Experimentation and Scientific Realism, and it's by a guy named Hacking. And his deal is he believes that if you look for scientific realism in the actual act of experimentation, of scientific experimentation, then you actually that's actually the way to frame the question, because there's this big debate in philosophy between scientific realism and scientific anti-realism, and the idea is, well, does science actually accurately portray and actually tell us information about whatever is foundationally true, right? Whatever is at the foundational level of reality, or is it just basically telling us a story, telling us a narrative, and it just happens to work, right? So the strongest argument for scientific realism is the no miracles realism, and that argument is goes along the lines of, hey, there's this thing called science, and with it, we have all these amazing things we can do, like cure diseases and build bridges and do all this stuff, right? And it's helped us so much, right? We can send people to outer space, right? So because of that, and because it has a lot of predictive power, we can predict things with it, right? Because of that, it must be true, right? So it must be true, right? Or else it would be a miracle, right? And hence miracles don't exist. Therefore, it must be true, right? So that's like the no miracles argument. That's the strongest argument against scientific anti-realism. Well, the strongest argument for scientific realism. But then there's this argument in the scientific anti-realist camp called the pessimistic meta-induction argument. And that argument says, okay, so at any given time, let's say, a few hundred years ago, we held that theory X was true, right? And everyone believed theory X was true and was the case, right? But then over the course of time, a new theory came by, theory Y, and theory X was supplanted by theory Y, and then everyone believed theory Y was true because theory Y had, more predictive power. It had, it was integrated better with the rest of science. It enabled us to do cooler things. It had more utility, right? So it just made more sense, right? So then theory Y was accepted as truth, right? And then theory Y holds for a while, and then given enough time, a new theory comes by and supplants theory Y. Let's call it theory Z, right? So theory Z then supplants theory Y, okay? So, and then theory Z has even more explanatory power and has more utility and helps, and is better integrated into the rest of science, right? So the idea is, okay, well, if all of our theories are going to be supplanted at some point by another theory, and at one given point in time, time t1, we held that theory X was true, but then at time t2, we held that theory X was false and theory Y is true. And then at time t3, we held that theory Z was true, but theory Y was false. How are we justified in holding that our current scientific theories are true? So that's like the main argument against scientific realism. It's called pessimistic meta-induction. And then there's been a lot of back and forth banter and objections and counter objections. Some people say, well, the main elements of theories are transferred over from theory X to theory Y, and theory Y to theory Z. There are certain things that are transferred over, so we're getting closer to truth, right? And that's called the notion of approximate truth, right? So that's one argument that's leveled against it. But the problem is, a lot of times we actually completely wipe out the foundation of the previous theory. So like, let's say theory X was the theory for phlogiston, which was completely discredited and disproven, right? There was this idea that there was a thing called phlogiston that had all these special properties and did all this stuff in the world. This was a scientific theory, right? And it was completely discredited. So and then it was supplanted by something else. So if nothing is being carried over, but yet at a given time, we're all holding that a theory is true, a scientific theory is true, then I don't know. I mean, that's a pretty strong argument for scientific anti-realism. Now, and the important thing to note is we're just talking about absolute truth here. We're not talking about whether you should live, according to scientific principles. I'm a firm believer that yes, science is awesome and amazing, and I love it, and that's why as a bachelor, as an undergrad, I majored in molecular biology and psychology and learned those fields, right? Because I think science is really cool. But I think, but then I got my master's in philosophy because I think philosophy tells us more about what is more foundational than even science can access. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, I'm reading this book, and then I'm reading a book on, well, it's over there, but it's called Metamodernism, and it's pretty cool. It's about this. It's basically saying the world has changed a lot over the last 20 years, right, with the internet and everything. Information's coming, or 30 years, whatever. Information's coming at us, really quick. It's flooding in. Our old concepts no longer link with reality because the world has changed so much. Therefore, we need to create a new set of concepts, and we're entering this new period. Hence, modernism then led to postmodernism, and then postmodernism is now leading to this metamodernism, and that's the thesis. That's the idea behind it. Whether or not it's a coherent system of thought, I'm not so sure yet, but we'll see. Anyways, that's some philosophy and stuff. Okay, that was a lot of talking. I felt like I was doing a lot of talking there, but yeah. But anyways, yeah, we do a lot of breath work in here. We do a lot of meditation and philosophy, and yeah, it's a good community of people. And I think I'm going to play one game of chess actually, and then we'll probably maybe hang out for a little bit and then call it a night. So let's play one game of chess. Okay. So let's get it so everyone can see. Nope, that's the wrong scene. We need to go to... That's not chess. That is not chess. Here we go. Wait. Oh, no, the source. The source is not working right now. Really? All right. Well, hold on. Let's see if I can do it a different way. Display capture. No, that's not going to work. Window capture. All right. Well, we need to get it. There we go. Okay, we got it. All right, let's go. We're good. We're good to go. All right. So yeah, this is going to be King's Indian defense. He's going to play this, and then followed by bishop over. And I'm going to be hop my knight in here. Maybe with ideas of bringing this other knight over to Or no, we're going to Queen's Gambit. Oops, Queen's Gambit territory. Okay, so I'm gambiting a pawn. I'm allowing him to take this pawn, and then I think the book move is actually e4, but I'll play e3 here. Oh no, this is a different area right now. Okay, so now we're in a totally different realm. Okay, all right. Let's see. I believe correct is to take like this. Does he push? I think he plays. Does he? He might even have a push right here. That would be interesting. And then I think I got to go all the way back. I think I just fell for a crazy little trick. But I'm not 100% sure on that yet. Let's see. So I'm looking at knight to b5. and he plays this, and my knight is just completely off sides. All right, we're gonna play it though. Yeah, let's just play this. I'm okay with this. He'll do this or like this probably. Notice I have two. Oh no, he's got to defend the pawn. He's got to defend the pawn first. So I'm looking at this kind of idea. All right. Let's see how this all plays out. Pretty interesting. Let's see. Is he going to play what I think he's going to play? The idea is this: if he plays e4 or e5, yeah, there you go. He's defending the pawn, right? So now let's see, how do we run from here? Let's go with he's also on this pawn as well, which is fine. I'm going to do something that's pretty strange. I'm going to do this move. This is not a move I would typically make. With the idea of hopping my knight back. This also supports the c. Yeah, so he's doing that, right? Now I bring my knight back. Okay, now we have this kind of structure. So he might even know this line, but I don't. So I got this kind of idea, or this. I like this idea. Check. All right. Let's go in for this. This looks dynamic. This looks dynamic. Notice how, and then he can't take the pawn because it's pinned to the rook, right? So I'm going to push out now. And notice also, I'm giving him this pawn back, but that's fine because it's a gambit, right? So, you have to give the pawn back a lot of times. Let's see what happens here. By the way, this is an anonymous game on Lichess. This is not a rated game or anything, and I have no idea what this guy's rating is. I'm assuming he's going to take. But then my whole deal is I just got to get castled. So then I just got to work on getting castled because I'm a long ways away from castling, but I'm okay with that at this point. Yeah, so he just took. So now I think I got to just develop here. He might hop in there with the knight, going after my bishop. The reason I developed here is because I didn't want him getting this check in real easy. But here, he still has this. And then, this is actually going to be really ugly. Yeah, okay, he didn't see it. He didn't see it. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so let's do... This is a problem square. I have a lot of problem squares, actually, and I'm really behind in development. All right. I'm actually willing to damage my pawn structure to try to resolve this problem. Let's see if this happens. I can't believe he didn't see this move. Okay, so he's looking at this idea. But now I just say, get out of here, knight, and force him to move his knight again. So he got the... It looks like he got the move order wrong. Oh, no, he's got this idea, too. Okay, so here... Let's see. The question is, who do I take with? I take here... Oh, I see what he's looking at. Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty strong, actually. I could take the knight, then I'd have the open file, and then he's going to take the bishop with check, and then he's got discover ideas, though. So I think we got to go in with this kind of stuff. He's actually in really good shape. I think I'm close to being lost, to be honest. Yeah, this is a disaster. I guess we're just going to go in for this. So he'll take, I'll take, and then he'll take maybe, or he's got a lot of options now. But he's going to be bringing the queen down here too. And then I don't have a good response. Okay, he didn't do it right away, which is lucky as fuck. All right, because now I can at least get my knight. Knight out, pawn here. This is really looking bad right now. I need to get some counter threats going is the problem, and I don't have any. I need to get castled. I have 0 king safety. The problem with playing knight out to f3 is that he's got this pawn push. What if I come back and target the bishop? Then he still has that check with the queen, but... Oh, hold on a second. I come here. He pushes. Yeah, let's do this. And then we'll do this. Move order is crucial in chess. So like he's going to play this most likely. And then I'll be playing this idea. So then if he takes my knight, I'll take the bishop with check, which is crucial. Okay, so we got that idea. That's a good move. He's looking to get this outpost for his knight. He's going to hop on in there. Let's go after his bishop first, though. Notice I couldn't take the pawn, or couldn't take the knight while my queen was here because it was pinned. But now I'm on the bishop, and I'm on the knight, and I'm out of the pin. So actually, this is not ideal for him. He'll probably, if he hops in, he can't even hop down here because of this knight. All right, so now I can actually take here. So this is okay. All of a sudden, I went from a losing position to a better position because I was able to get that piece. Okay, I just need to get castled now, and yeah, I might survive to live another day. Let's see. Let's play it. Yeah, this is the square I want my bishop on. I got to worry about fork ideas though first, but I do this, so it'd be like this kind of idea, then rook over, then he's got this forking idea, and then I castle. So no, we're just keeping it real simple, real simple. Okay, and then. Damn. He's got this check, which is really, really annoying. That's the problem with this whole position. I can just sidestep it, but then it's getting real ugly here. And I got to move. My time is running low. That's another factor. This is really bad. All right, I guess we're trying this out. Queen's coming down with check. I'm going to have to sidestep, and then hopefully I can stop checkmate. My queen is on this rank, which is one thing I have going for me. It's like one of the few things I have going for me at this point. My knight's looking to get redeployed. Yeah, this is a very difficult position to defend. Let me be honest about that. Good night, Subi Blue. It was great seeing you, friend. Yeah, pop in anytime, man. I hope everything works out for you with the with what you're doing with the next generation. All right, perfect. So he went there. I think I can just play this, throw a punch at the bishop. Okay, so he's just sidestepping that. Let's come on over here. On this bishop, getting my knight bet to a better square. Yeah, I mean, trying to defend this position is really, really ugly. This is a very difficult position to try to defend. Like, I don't even know where my king would be safest in this position. I just want to trade material if I can. This knight needs to get in play too. Maybe like hopping over here. Okay. I'm going to continue that. Let's get this knight attacking over here. I could have taken the bishop for, and I don't know why I didn't do that. Maybe he had something or no. I'm running low on time too. And I'm like, I don't play good chess after. Okay, he's going after my bishop. All right. Here my knight. He's going after my knight. So let's take here. Oh no, he's got this discovery. He's got a discovery. So when he takes, I'm in check. So I need to be really careful. But does he have a mate is the question. Does he really have enough? You know what? No, yeah, I think he does have a mate. So all right, we're coming back down here. His bishop's being hit by 2 pieces. All right. So he's got that going. All right, let's do this idea. I just have to move quick at this point. I'm on the rook and the light square bishop. I'd love to be able to trade off some of these pieces, like I said. So if he pushes, my knight's got to move, and he's got this checkmate threat here. What am I looking at to defend against this? Oh, just moving my knight over where? He's going after my queen. All right, let's just keep it on this file, or this rank. I only have 58 seconds. I got to step it up, like real quick. I'm looking at queen down here even. Doesn't quite work. So let's do that with check. I'm gonna win this rook. Yeah, if I can somehow defend, I'm looking at king over maybe. If I can somehow defend this position, I will win this game. But that's a big if. So I gotta get my king a little more safe. 33 seconds. It's not looking good. So this guy wants a draw. I should give him a draw, but I'm not gonna. Oh man. I should give this guy a draw. All right, now I got to step it up. He's going to be able to promote. I got to move this piece. Quick. He's going to get me on time. Damn it. I was so close to this one. Oh, he got me on time. I was so close to the win. 2 rooks and a bishop versus, yeah, just too slow. But anyways, yeah, that's chess. That's chess. And anyways, that's it. We're going to end the stream. So it was good seeing you all. Thank you all so much for being here. And yeah, I wanted to get one chess game in to those who came for chess. Let's see who's out there in the Twitch world. Oh, Salty. We're raiding Salty, no doubt about it. Okay, I have not gotten the opportunity to raid Salty in a long time, so we're heading on over there. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me tonight. Christine, thank you so much for the subscription. Thank you so much, Flax, for the follow, and welcome to the community. And yeah, you know, it's gonna be a good 2023. I have a feeling about that. So let's just keep that in mind. All right. Okay. Anyways, copy and paste the raid sign if you're a subscriber. If not, spread some love Salty's way. He is one of the most awesome people on Twitch. He's just a really good dude. He's playing Mario Kart right now, and he normally does fitness streaming. He's just a really nice guy. So there he is. That's what he's doing right now. So we're gonna head on over there and send some love his way. So thank you all again so much. I appreciate all of you. And yeah, have a wonderful day, rest of your day or night or weekend. And you know, be kind to the people around you. Be kind. Be kind to everyone. JT Farms is great. Christine the Bean, thank you again so much. I love you all unconditionally. Namaste.